88 Films.
All right, guys, we're back.
Hello.
Hello. How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Sorry for the week off. It's been a little busy in the store, but there's no excuses. We should have done it, but whatever's.
How's
Britt,
your week been?
The week,
Yeah.
low key, like busy and slow. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like been streaky.
Yeah, but it's cool because like product's still coming in, and at least it's like good product.
Yeah.
And then again, we just recycle stuff, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, this last month it felt like it slowed down a bit because we got like spoiled with like February and March with all the releases that happened between just regular releases and the All-Star Weekend early stuff, to where it kind of like dried up afterward. Where
Yeah, because now all that stuff is dry. Like I would say the SP4 is the last one, and the What the Kobe.
yeah,
And they sell. They're doing pretty well, like in the 325, 350 range, and then obviously smaller sizes under 300. But yeah, we got spoiled the first couple months to the point that now we're kind of like,
what's next?
yeah, like we got greedy, I would say, because now we're like, oh, come on, what the fuck? Like it's dying out. But in reality, it's good because like for example, SP4s are slowly making the climb. Big size What the Kobe's are slowly making the climb. Same thing with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So I feel like we were spoiled very early, and then now that there's really nothing that crazy coming out, we're kind of just like, it's okay. Come on.
Yeah, because this week they dropped the Rodeo SBs
And the honey packs.
and the honey packs. They're already at retail, which is, I mean, good if you want them. It's good beater.
Yeah, the
Black
Rodeos
shoe.
are nice too. I
Yeah.
would say I've seen how they stopped from the BHM thing. I feel like they should have dropped them for Black History Month.
Yeah,
it would have been cool. It would have added to like the want to it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I guess they just kept getting pushed back or whatnot.
Probably because of all the other releases that they've had going on.
Yeah, and I feel like that and the Matcha are gonna go head to head as like good, solid $220 sneakers that are gonna sell.
Especially right now with the way like SBs are. I feel like those have been the two main ones this year. It's been kind of quiet other than that for SBs. Those Asia ones finally dropped too.
Yeah, I seen that Bam was mad that he couldn't get a pair.
They sold out fast, bro. I tried on the app and no luck.
I think with me with that shoe, it's gonna be the same thing as the Sabrina.
Yeah.
It sold out fast, and I get it. You know, it's all marketing.
Yeah.
And then again, it's probably gonna be widely available later on. But
yeah, they should.
I think personally, it's a little better than the Sabrina one. It has more structure to it, and it kind of reminds me of the Giannis line, in a way.
Yeah, that new Giannis looks good too. The one he has up and coming. See where he ends up going this offseason.
Warriors.
Bro, that'd be great.
But yeah, I mean, speaking of basketball, who do you think got it so far?
It's hard because being a biased Warriors fan, if Curry didn't get injured, I think Wolves would be no problem. But we got to see how he's gonna come back.
Because he's out for the full week.
Yeah, so they got to win at least one game to like kind of stay afloat. So if they could do that, I think we'll be all right. But also, like, it hasn't helped that Ant's been playing kind of whack the last couple of games. Like,
honestly, they've been playing like shit.
Yeah. So like even last game, like the second game, the Warriors almost made a comeback because these fools got sloppy and they were like not hitting all their shots too. So, and I think the fact that they played the Lakers first, it made it seem like a lot better than.
It gassed their heads up because at their head they're like, oh, this is gonna be the toughest. Besides, obviously, the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
But I tell them, like, I love LeBron, but it's like I don't think the Lakers were that tough of a competition for them. I feel like the Lakers would have lost to the Warriors, would have lost to
any of the other teams.
Yeah, the Clippers, the Nuggets. Like, I just don't feel like they're built on superstars, and it's to sell tickets, you know, like
100%. Because it was also even when they first got Luka, they immediately were saying, oh well, they're gonna compete next year, blah blah blah, and they just happened to like make a little
get lucky.
run.
Yeah, I would say they made a good run, but again, like, I haven't really been into basketball in a couple years.
Yeah.
And I think the last time I was like fully into basketball was when you needed a big three, you needed a big two, and I feel like now basketball's in the direction where you need a whole fucking team.
You do, because it's all teamwork, and when the team plays good, I feel like that's what kind of elevates you to that next step. Because all the teams that are good right now and are still in, they're all a solid team. Yeah, like it's not just one specific person. It's always like, okay, well, if this person's not playing good, this person's gonna pick it up.
No, yeah. I was telling. I mean, obviously the Celtics haven't been doing that great when we're filming this right now. They're down 0-2, but you know when this drops, who knows? They might have won the series or they might have lost by now. Who knows? We'll see where it's at. But I was telling my friends that let's say it would be the Thunder and the Celtics in the finals.
Yeah.
Shai has 3-4 different looks on defense. You know, he has what's his name? Is it Derek White?
Derek White, Drew
Holiday, Jaylen Brown, and even the white kid, Pritchard. Like it's like 4 different looks that he's gonna have that whole series. So it's not easy. And again, that's just 4 guards that shows how deep the Celtics are. But again, that's why I wasn't really sold on the Lakers getting the 3rd seed, because I was just like, bro, like they could get knocked out by anybody just because they don't have the legs for it, and every other team is so young compared to these guys.
Yeah, no, it's true, and that's the thing where it's like,
well, it's only LeBron, but yeah.
Nah, even with the Warriors, like, I mean, obviously Dre and Steph were fucking old already, and even Jimmy, they're like all in their later part of their career, but the young guys kind of keep them afloat.
Their young guys are way better than the Lakers' young guys, because even, for example, that kid Spencer, he like, you could tell he's happy that he got the opportunity and like held it down for a bit. Even got fucking kicked out of the game and got Draymond fucking all hyped. The Rockets game.
One of the last games. Yeah. No, that's true. And then hopefully, like the last game, Kuminga played better. So hopefully,
I feel like Kuminga's like caged up by Kerr. Like, I feel like he just needs to let him play.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the confidence from like getting all his minutes taken away. So hopefully, right now with Curry out, it could kind of give him more time to kind of get that back, and it might end up working out better.
Speaking of minutes getting played, it's funny that you brought that up, because that does go into accountability and into your mental game.
Yeah.
I watched Shooting Guards on Netflix, the Gilbert, bro, insane, and it kind of shows Crittenton's story, and I was just like, damn, this is crazy, because obviously growing up in Atlanta, he was the best player. College, he was the best player, like one of the best players, and then he went to the Lakers, and Phil Jackson just fucking dogged him and cut out. They didn't even put him in uniform. He told him don't suit up. And like listening to his story, I was just like, yeah, I can see how that sucks and it fucks with your mental, because
100%.
You were the star, you were the guy, you were gonna play. And then Phil Jackson, obviously he came into a bad situation, but Phil Jackson was like, no, you're not even suiting up for me. And it showed how he went to like the dark road that he went to.
Damn.
And I was just like, damn, like that shit's facts, you know? Like, and again, like viewing it as, I would say, a consumer of basketball when it happened, real life, like 10, 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, this fool was a thug, you know? But then now seeing his story, I was just like, damn, I could see why he went down that road.
Yeah.
But then seeing the story, I was just like, damn, like these fools really drew guns on each other in the locker room.
That's nuts.
And but again, if you really look at it, I was like, damn, Gilbert really trolled this man so hard.
It got it to him.
That Gilbert was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it as far as bringing my own guns.
Oh shit.
To the.
Yeah, because I mean,
because it was all part of it. It was all a joke. Watch it. He literally was just like, I was joking around with him the whole time.
Fuck.
But it was just like both men just thought like, oh, Gilbert was on the troll side, and he was scared for his life.
Damn. But that's crazy, because I mean, Gilbert, he's the same shit. He was such a great player, and that look.
Yeah, he was talking about how like that pretty much ruined his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, Shooting Guards on Netflix, literally I was just like, damn, like this was good, because again, like I viewed it obviously as everybody viewed it, and I was just like, damn, like what the fuck's going on?
Tripping.
But then now you watch it and you're like, you hear both sides, and I was like, damn, it makes sense why these fools brought guns to the.
Yeah, and another thing, like sometimes we also don't like think about or come into play when it comes to athletes in particular. They're all, especially like NBA players, they're all like the best of the best, and where they come from, they've always been that. So to come to a situation where if they may not have that same opportunity they had when they did growing up, being that number one option or however top pick, like it fucks with them even more, because it makes them think like, damn, like I'm that trash.
Enough? Yeah.
Even if they still are, it's all mental.
Yeah, because if you watch it, Atlanta had 2 picks in the top 15 that year, and he wanted to stay home. Like he really wanted to play in Atlanta.
Oh shit.
And you never know, if he would have gone on Atlanta, his fucking whole trajectory would have been different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, that same thing with Kuminga. You never know, taking your minutes played, and after being one of the best players, and even being gassed up your first couple years.
Yeah, it could change, and even if they end up trading him in the offseason, he goes to a team where he gets more opportunity.
Yeah,
that could also be a better thing for his career.
Yeah, it's all situational, and I think people don't get that. Like the right situation could make you or break you. You know.
Yeah, because even like going deeper into it, it's like how they talk about even certain organizations, they take care of the players better, or they make you feel more appreciated, and that goes into play too, because at the end of the day, like even though they're like get paid crazy bread and they're big time athletes, they're still human, and you know, like all the little things come into play as well. But Yeah, I mean, I honestly think if health isn't an issue, I think it's gonna be fuck. It's hard to call it with the East now too, with the way the fucking everything is played out. Like nobody expected
The
the
Halliburton legacy.
even freaking the Knicks fucking beat up 2-0 against
I
the
just don't
Celtics.
get like you're up 20 and you don't know how to close out. But again, like they don't drive in that much. They shoot threes.
They were shooting an absurd amount of threes, like more than what they usually shoot.
And then in that game too, Jason Tatum realized he was 6'8", fucking 220, and drove in and dunked it and got the lead. Obviously they lost, but I was just like, bro, you can do that.
They just, I don't know if they just don't want to exuberate the fucking energy to do that, but it's like, bro, you got to use your size to your advantage. And like,
yeah, I still believe they're gonna come back, but who knows? I could be wrong, but you know, I'm pretty sure New York is loving it right now.
Oh, for sure, it's gonna be crazy this week.
If they win this series, they're gonna that city's gonna explode.
Low key.
For good. But yeah,
cool to see.
Back on track. Back to sneakers. Travis has been wearing those fragments a lot, the lows.
Yeah, the white and blue ones. They have a release date yet? Or
not sure, but I mean, this is all why who's wearing your stuff and how you're wearing your stuff matters, because he wore them courtside with those chrome Carpenters.
They look good.
And I was like, damn, fit, boom, done. That's all the marketing you need. You know, I want them.
Even he's been wearing the Jumpman tracks that he just dropped, and I feel like it's been making people want to buy them because they look good on feet.
Yeah, and obviously Travis has a good sense of style, so it looks good. And again, like I always hate when, like, no disrespect to like the leakers, but when they do like the cuff pants to show the whole shoe, and it's just like, I'm just like, damn, the shoe doesn't look that good. And then you get a different view on it and somebody else wearing it, and you're like, okay, it looks good.
Seeing it in real time with like a real fit and not just some like nasty fucking crazy.
Like the joggers, you know?
Yeah, the joggers, or even they just like lace them crazy, like all that shit matters.
Yeah, the overlays tied up. Yeah, but and I get it, as leakers, you want to like show off the entire shoe, but you have to make it look good in a way.
Yeah, because it's gonna build a demand.
But yeah, see, same thing with those shoes. It's gonna be one of those that if I don't get like instant gratification, like when they drop or somebody brings in like a 2-week early pair, I'm probably gonna be like, I don't need it no more. Just because I know it's gonna sell so well that I'd rather the customer get the 10 and a half.
Not 100%. And even now, I think also with the Travis shoes, like, bro, like there's so many that always come out now. Like,
but this one's good. This one, this one is a little different. Where like I'm like, okay, it looks nice.
It's definitely better than the Union frags that we've seen before.
Yeah, and going to those, I feel like they said that they might do the third colorway. Three colorways, and I don't know, could that be them hearing the buzz of like, damn, these two ain't so good, or people don't like this?
I feel like it might be that, where like they're probably like, fuck, we already have these in production, because you know they do the production thing usually a year ahead, and where they're like, damn, let's just do 3, and who knows, maybe they might do a like exclusive, like one colorway is Japan, one colorway is Union, one colorway is whatever, like one colorway is global, to where that's how they're gonna split it up and make it like a little bit more exciting. That would be smart if they did it like that, because then it'll also like kind of make it more coveted, I think. But the first 2 colorways are very underwhelming. Yeah,
it's very like more Hiroshi in a way, and I get it.
But yeah, if they do 3, that'd be cool and that'd be smart. In all honesty, I think it would make it more fun, and it would kind of also like make people more interested in it.
Yeah, one thing about Union, they always deliver. Yeah. Even like all their releases, they make people come out. They do really well. Like for example, Field Generals, we all wore them, you know. And again, I feel like it came and went, but it was a nice shoe, you know.
Yeah.
I think the only one that didn't do that well, but that I actually saw people wear, was the Cortiz. But that like was like super under the radar, you know. But again, they made people like line up for the raffle. They blessed LA, so they do well with their rollouts.
No, they do 100%, and they always make sure LA eats it like they want the shoes, so that's good. But yeah, as far as that, I think that's the that'd be smart if they do a 3 regional type colorways, like how Cortiz did with the 95s, the first 3.
Yeah, I mean,
that was smart.
He's been doing really well with Cortiz.
Yeah, those new ones is crazy. I mean, they're nice. They probably made a lot more after the success of the last one, but they're already like, they're around retail right now. So if you want a pair, cop up. They did another drop because from bots, right?
Today. And then also they did the sneakers today.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I've seen some people do like, what is that thing called?
The exclusive access?
Yeah, exclusive access or whatever. Yeah. I mean, that for me, the Cortiz, it's going to be attainable, so I'll probably grab a pair. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to pay close to retail.
Yeah.
So it's one of those that it's all black, so I'm just like that.
Easy to throw on. And low-key, I think it's going to wear in well, too, just because that pair of 95s, it has a good structure to it. It's like a better version.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's better. I think that shape is really nice because, for example, I like Neon 95s, but then I try them on. I'm just like, the shape is like too bulky in a way.
Yeah, he slimmed this one down to where whatever materials they use, it has a little bit of a sleeker profile to it.
Yeah,
it looks good. But what else is coming out? I mean, fuck, those Undefeated 4s look really good.
They got pushed back to August.
Panicking.
Yeah, and same thing. It's one of those. I literally told one of my homies that gets early pairs, and I was literally, again, this is a reach, and I was like, bro, I'll give you $1,000 for a pair right now. Shit. And then he's just like, yeah, nobody has them. And but it was just one of those things where I just like
want them.
I want them because they're so nice, but I feel like I would regret spending $1,000, so I'm gonna just chill.
Yeah, it was like in the moment.
Yeah, but in my head, I was just like, yo, people were spending $800-900 for Nigels early. I was just like, in my head, I was like, I could spend $1,000. But then I was like,
even fucking, I mean, those rares we're selling at $7.
Yeah.
So like, it's not, and that's supposed to be like a general release, whether you have the white stitching, black gold stitching, whatever. People don't care that much.
Yeah, I think the rare is super nice. To me, it's like a
hot take for me. It's a better Union.
Yeah, there it is.
Because it's a little bit more wearable, and honestly, as much as I like the Unions, they're very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And these have a little bit better of a fit to it. They have more padding, and yeah, it's a really good shoe. Like I like those a lot.
Yeah, I wonder how Undefeated's gonna do that rollout, especially with like the rumors of 2 different pairs.
Yeah, if like they're gonna do one F and F and one. They gotta do something that's just different than Nike Air versus the Jumpman. I feel like that's a little. Like,
I mean, the way they did the Spirit Down rollout, it was so low key, but it was so good, you know.
It was
because I feel like everybody that went that Saturday for the green, the like Seahawks colorway, got a pair, and obviously it was limited to 1,000 pairs. And the same thing, those Spirit Downs only came out at Undefeated, so that was cool.
Yeah, and even all 3 colorways, they're steady movers for us. Like people want them. It's easy to wear. They're all nice colorways.
Yeah, I wear the black one all the time, low key.
Yeah.
And again, I got rid of my blue one because the black one to me is more suitable. Even though I like the blue one, I just was like, I'm not gonna wear this that much.
Yeah, it's like why have both?
Yeah, exactly. I only need one of each. One of the set. My bad, not one of each.
Yeah. And even the Kobe's, I mean, they dropped those GGs. Not really crazy over them. The 9s.
Yeah.
They're kind of. I think it's too busy of a shoe like that. I never was crazy over the marble of the sole or whatever. And I think next they're gonna do.
Those like yellow 4s.
The yellow 4s. Those are nice, but probably not gonna go for much.
The thing about Kobe's, it's cool, is like they're affordable for all hoopers. You know, they're like in the 200 range, maybe 300 for a really nice one.
Yeah.
So if you want to stunt, 400, and then if you want to just have a really good hoop shoe.
Yeah, easy. Because Dodgers are very, very steady sellers for us, and still don't know like what the actual release is gonna end up being.
I think they're done. They might be done, or I don't know. They always do the Dodger night.
Oh, that's true.
The Kobe night for Dodgers. So you never know. They might do like a shock drop.
That'd be tight if they just drop them at the stadium or like a LA access too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, with Kobe's, I think they're really good because even, for example, a girl came yesterday, and she saw that we had like the 4, the home, the away, the gray.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, they're $200. I'll take one.
Easy.
Yeah. But I think it was like for brother or something, or boyfriend. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and see with that, it's like it's going back to what it's meant for, where it's like not crazy resale for them, so people could actually buy them and hoop in them. The one I don't understand why they keep dropping, unless like maybe they're selling somewhere else, are the 9 highs.
Yeah, I don't like the 9 high, but they do have like a distinct audience that loves them. But to me, it's just like,
No, yeah, even just looking at the wall, we have a couple of the Christmas ones.
Yeah.
They're
they're sitting at 200.
Even the master pieces, and they're gonna do the Whattas next, and I think they have another color.
The What the High, I hated that one. Yeah. I never understood it. I was just like,
the white ones.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, like no.
And they're dropping them again.
They should do What the 7s. I don't know why Vanessa or Nike haven't messed around with the 7 Pro Tro, and I think a lot of people thought it was uncomfortable, but I think Kobe 7s had some of the best colorways.
They did, 100%, and it was a really like nice looking shoe. Like it fits well.
And
too.
I feel like, again, going back to like the 6s and the 5s, I think the 7 is kind of like a lifestyle shoe type too, that you can do like sweats in or shorts in for the summer, 100%. And people would wear it. Yeah, to me, I'm still like kind of like baffled why they skipped over the 7, but again, I don't know.
They legit skipped it. Like I don't understand if like the Pro Tro technology is not like
suitable for it or something.
Yeah, because it don't make sense. Because it literally went 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 now, and they're probably gonna do 10 next year. I wouldn't be surprised. The 10s are good though. 10s are super comfy.
Yeah, I like the 10 too, but it's same thing. I'm just like kind of shocked about the 7.
Yeah, hopefully they have something like good lined up for that, because it just, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like they're doing those crazy Air Forces too, the ones that are like made after that one shoot around you have.
Oh, the pajama, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's cool concept, but not too sure. Speaking of Air Forces, what you think of the Troll Air Force?
The dirties?
The dirties.
It's funny. I think it's like them seeing like shoes like that are hot right now. Like obviously the Vans on the ways, the Pearlized joints, but I don't know if it makes sense for Air Force, because
Air Forces people are like
for being crispy white.
Yeah. Like all day, for example, one time where literally thrown out,
yeah,
which is crazy. To me, it's insane. Like he really does that. I know a lot of people that do that, but actually meeting and being a good friend with somebody like that literally I've seen him like give them to me and be like, you could just give these away. I'll be like, bro, you just got these yesterday. He's like, yeah, I don't want them.
Yeah, they treat them like white tees.
Yeah, the only one that he would wear a lot more was the one that was made with like a little better leather.
Yeah.
But
I think the black version they did was cool, because the black version
turns black.
It turns black, and also it's made for like people that work in like the industry.
The field, the UPS workers and stuff like that. Yeah, that was cool. To me, it was more of a troll, and it kind of shows that like Nike can do like cool things, even though some people didn't think it was cool. A lot of people are like mad at it, but to me, it's just like, you know what? Like they have people that are paying attention, you know, in a way. And I feel like they should pay attention to a lot more things. But I mean, that's just my honest opinion.
Yeah, even with that, I mean, speaking of that, they did that Vomero Plus, and everybody was like, "Oh, like Nike, see what Hoka's doing."
Yeah, it literally looks like the Hokas.
It just has a swoosh instead of the freaking Hoka word.
I'm gonna buy a pair, and it was funny because I commented in the on the Nice Kicks post or something, and a couple of people hit me up and was like, "Please don't buy these," and I was like, "Bro, I wear Hokas. Why am I not gonna wear Nike?" And I always said like, I like other brands, but to me, Nike's the top tier.
Yeah, and who knows, it might be a better version of it.
And again, I work out, I run, you know, so I'm gonna use it for what it's for.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna test it out. Like for example, I tested out the Vomero and the Plus. I ended up liking. At the start, I was gonna like the Pegasus Plus, the one that I got from you, more, and I ended up liking the Vomero more.
Yeah, the Vomero just seems like a better everyday runner, and I look, you see that one the most right now as far as like newer shoes.
Yeah, and that's what I always tell people about running shoes. You gotta test them out yourself, because your foot is different than somebody else's foot. So
exactly.
One of the better stores to go to is Roadrunner. I always tell people that.
They have a perfect mix of like.
They have a good mix, and they have a treadmill.
So you could try them.
So you could try them on, take a quick lap. So anytime people ask me, I'm like, bro, just go to Roadrunner. You know, sometimes it might be a little far out, but it's gonna be worth it, because you're gonna find out what fits you. You know.
Yeah, especially if you want to take running like serious, or like do it on a little bit more of a consistent base. You want to get a shoe that's suitable for your foot, because.
Yeah, because I know some shoes that I love running in the track with, but then on Saturdays when we do the runs, I know it's not as suitable for the outside, like heavy pavement. So, and then same thing, like I personally don't like the carbon fiber shoes.
Oh, word?
Yeah, like they're just too bouncy in a way.
I know what you mean, because kind of when you run in them, they like pull you forward a bit. Like I guess it's the carbon. Like
I know it's a race day shoe, but for me, I would use a carbon to like hit a PR on the track, where I'll be like, all right, you know, I'm gonna try to my fastest. Yeah. But again, it's all preference. You know, some people love them. I'm not that big of a fan.
No, it's I for me it's funny, because I actually find it the opposite. Like I like the way they feel when I run in them, and I feel like also when I do a longer run, I don't feel the wear on my feet as much for like the next day.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Because sometimes I'd be hurt, and I'm coming into work after that, I'm like, fuck. And usually I don't do double coffee, and then that day I'll be like, fuck, I need an extra coffee. Speaking of like age sneakers and releases, a brand that I feel like finally has been getting their flowers is Vans on Instagram and TikTok, because of those Chanel ones.
Crazy. I thought they were custom, but not like in a bad way.
And it's funny because like Vans has been doing their thing forever, you know, like since way back.
Yeah.
And I feel like now, like a lot of people are like gassing it up crazy. Like I seen the most consistent post is these shoes already sold out and they haven't came out, and it's the Chanel ones.
Yeah, because even when the last ones came out, the Pearlized, they got overlooked at first.
Yeah, we all got them on the website.
Yeah.
They were sitting, and then obviously they sold out like afterwards, and it wasn't because of us, but like, obviously they were accessible. And again, those weren't even Satoshi. And look at the Satoshis, they dried up because we were getting an olive one pretty consistently.
Low-key, everybody was bringing them in, like that guy had access to them, and now like you don't even see them.
Yeah, but I feel like these are gonna be a little bit more gassed up. Even those other ones that we got, those like multicolor ones with the fat laces.
Oh yeah, the like what the type joint.
Yeah, they were nice. And then the customer that bought them, he said he went to Undefeated in Vegas and they didn't have his size. And then obviously he waited and we had them for a lot cheaper.
Oh shit.
And he pulled the trigger right away. But yeah, Vans has been doing really well.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't tried milking like the colorways. Yeah, like maybe it's just because it's the OTW. They don't.
They do a lot of projects. I don't really keep up with it, but here and there I'll go look, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, where they just kind of they're on to the next two. They don't like try to like core out a colorway, for lack of a better term, and just all right, we did this. Now we're doing something else. Yeah,
I feel like that Chanel is gonna sell instantly.
Yeah, because it's two colorways, right? It's the one that's like leather and the one that's not.
Or that might just be
mismatch.
Sheesh. I think so.
That'd be kind of nuts, but still cool nonetheless, and another one to look forward to later in the year.
Yeah, I really hope it kind of takes the same effect as all the Vans, because remember the original Gallery old schools, they were kind of low at the start, and then they went up a little, and same thing with the Satoshis, they were low. And same thing, like the Satoshis, we were selling them at 600, the originals, the olive and we never got a burgundy pair.
And look at the last one sold like almost at 1,000.
Yeah.
It might be a thing since like people aren't on top of like Vans releases as much as other brands per se. You can get lucky and cop them on release date.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to ask when they know if
people
that get them, if they know when they're coming out, just to get a heads up.
If the top tier can't get them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it should be like the normal stores out here, Undefeated, maybe Kith, I don't know. But yeah, their New Balance is pushing that new model. What is it? The Absorb one. I don't know if you've seen it. It looks like an updated version of the 9060.
No, I actually have not seen it at all.
I'll show it to you because the homies came in on Wednesday, and he was telling me that they're doing a collab with it. The 2000.
It looks like an on sneaker. Not gonna lie.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But, like it's like a Yeah, they're pushing this one next. So like all the brands are gonna.
It kind of looks like the PAF on.
The one that's right there.
Yeah.
Damn,
kind of looks
right?
like that. Yeah.
Because it's a little bit sleeker and to me, I don't know. I thought it was like more of an updated of the 9060 or whatever, but
it kind of looks the same. Yeah.
How they fit too, because I think that's the one thing with these new models. Some of them fit good, some of them don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're doing that one, and then freaking Kith is doing that 2010 model that look kind of cool.
I seen the one with different colorways, right? Yeah, they're nice. I just don't get why you're gonna drop 5 of the same pretty much shoe, but
that one's nuts because I thought it was just gonna be the first 2 that they showed.
No, it's like 5 colorways of each.
And they're like only one shade different on each of the things.
And it's the same shoe, right? Yeah, I seen that. I was confused, and I was like, but it's all 5, I think, of each.
That's crazy. But they are nice, and shout out to them for doing a different model now, because I feel like even with the 990s, all the Vs,
they went in.
Bro,
yeah, I feel like all brands, 990s, 9060s, like they went hard.
Yeah, or even they try to like do a little bit of the 991s, 993s, and it's just like, bro, like I don't know. It's still nice to see when they start doing new models and switch it up a bit.
Yeah, because I feel like that. What's the one that like all the gym people wear? That is in the 9060, like the chunky.
Yeah, this one, that blue one right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that one hit hard for them. Like I see a lot of people wear them.
Yeah, a lot of girls like them, and it's just like, which is a trip to me because I personally don't think the sole looks too good, but it's hot, and I feel like with this new one coming out, it's gonna replace that one for a lot of people if they fit well.
Yeah, it might, but yeah, I just know that 9060, I see it everywhere, like at the gym, like casual wear.
Yeah, it's a good comfort shoe. But yeah, end of the month, we have an event here.
Yeah, so we're doing a Cindy little event. I don't even know what to call it. I'll figure it out. But we're gonna do like a live screening, the same thing that we did in Miami. So Rob, you could put the link here for the Miami pop-up so people can see what to expect.
Live screen printing.
Yeah, so live screen printing. The homie Brian at Rosie Prints. He's been hitting me up to do work with him, and I was just like, all right, cool, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull up. It's gonna be in the front of the store. He has like kind of like a truck, which looks like it's really nice. It's like an ice cream truck, but like for screen printing.
That's dope.
He's gonna be at the front of the store. We're gonna provide drinks. The way it's gonna work is you could come buy something syndicate related, or you could buy the coupon ticket for $10, and you make your own shirt. So essentially, we're giving you a syndicate shirt
for $10.
For $10, you design. You pretty much we're gonna have 4 to 5 screens.
Yeah.
You pick it. You do whatever you want. You can do multiples. And yeah, pretty simple.
It's Friday the 30th.
Friday the 30th.
End of the month.
End of the month, last day. So we will be here from 6 to 8. Mm-hmm. It's limited to 250 shirts, which is a lot, but then it's also not a lot because in reality, you never know, somebody could buy $100 worth. That's 10 shirts, you know.
Facts. Yeah.
And I know Nelson was fucking reselling our shirts for $100 each.
At the Miami one.
The Miami one.
Yeah.
Like proxying. I don't even think I kept one of those shirts.
I have one. I have the one that you brought me with the Stussy print.
Yeah, I didn't keep any of those shirts, but yeah. So this month, pull up on the 30th.
This is your invite. We'll post it on the store.
Yeah, we'll make a proper post. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I feel like a lot of people have been messing with the brand.
Fuck yeah.
Even heavier and heavier every drop, which is cool.
Yeah, the last drop went crazy. The thermal with the 969 hat.
Even the Kim and the Division tees were okay out of them.
Yeah, we're super dry, and even the ones that are coming up were super good. A lot of cool stuff coming up. Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah, stay tuned. We'll make more posts. Keep updated to us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys on the 30th. If you guys pull up, thank you.
Also, if you guys have any questions for us,
hit us up.
DM us in the comments, DM us, whatever. We'll always answer them to the best of our ability.
Yeah. Take care, guys.